Blood Orchid Part 1. A novel by Orville Mills. The Amazon jungle pulsed with life, chattering monkeys, unseen predators, the endless drone of insects. Deep within its emerald depths, something far more precious than gold lay hidden, Orchidum vitae, the blood orchid. It was said to hold the cure for the Omega virus, a pandemic that had already wiped out a third of the world's population. Only one team could retrieve it. The Ghost Unit, an elite special forces team, had been dispatched to locate the rare flower before it fell into the wrong hands. But deep in the jungle, they weren't alone. A ruthless private military company known as Black Vulture was hunting the flower for its own agenda. The mission was clear. Survive the jungle. Find the flower. Save humanity. Or die trying. The drop. The roar of the C-130 transport plane faded as the five-man team parachuted into the heart of the Amazon. Their leader, Captain Ethan Cross, landed first, scanning the dense rainforest with trained eyes. His team followed. Lieutenant Sofia Ramirez, combat medic and jungle survival expert. Sergeant Mason Briggs, demolitions and heavy weapons. Corporal Alex Ghost Mercer, sniper and reconnaissance. Tech specialist Noah Kim, communications and intelligence. They had 72 hours to locate the blood orchid before Black Vulture arrived. No backup. No extraction if they failed. Thunder rumbled in the distance. The jungle swallowed them whole. Shadows in the trees. Their intel was limited. A scientist, Dr. Helena Vasquez, had sent a desperate message from a remote research outpost before vanishing. The flower is real. But we are not alone. Beware, her transmission had cut off in screams. By nightfall, the team reached the abandoned outpost. Blood smeared the walls. The scientists were gone. But something had been there, something fast, brutal. Jaguars don't leave bodies like this, Ramirez muttered. Mercer crouched over clawed tracks. These aren't human either. A rustling in the trees. Eyes watching. Then, silence. Cross raised his rifle. We're being hunted. The enemy within. As dawn broke, they pushed deeper into the jungle, following a map recovered from the outpost. It led to a forbidden valley, one whispered about by local tribes. Black Vulture was already there. Heavily armed mercenaries patrolled the valley's entrance. But something was wrong. Their bodies lay torn apart, their weapons untouched. Who the hell did this? Briggs whispered. A low growl answered from the shadows. The jungle fights back. Night fell fast, and the jungle came alive with horror. Mutated creatures, born from ancient spores, emerged from the darkness, twisted predators, neither plant nor beast. The blood orchid wasn't just a cure. It was something far older, more powerful. A force that didn't want to be found. Bullets barely slowed the creatures. Ramirez barely pulled Kim from the jaws of a massive reptilian horror before they fled into the valley's depths. Only one thing was clear. The jungle wasn't just trying to stop them. It was trying to consume them, the final stand. They reached the temple at the heart of the valley. Ancient ruins wrapped in vines. At its center, the blood orchid bloomed a pulsing, crimson flower. Black Vulture's surviving commander, Colonel Graves, was waiting. Hand it over, he sneered, gun aimed at Cross. But the jungle had other plans. The ground shook. Vines lashed out like living serpents. The temple collapsed around them. In the chaos, Ramirez grabbed the orchid. Mercer covered their escape, sniper rounds dropping Black Vulture soldiers. Graves was dragged into the darkness, screaming. Cross barely pulled his team onto the last working Black Vulture helicopter before the jungle swallowed everything whole. The price of survival. Back at the extraction point, Ramirez studied the flower. We have it, she whispered. This can save millions. But Cross stared back at the jungle, haunted. Some things weren't meant to be disturbed. Some secrets should have stayed buried. And the jungle never forgets. The end. Please like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you.